Sahodara Sahodarigalai, Vanakkam. I had prepared some points, but listening to the others, I thought I should start something about how this company started and when it started making a profit. This company started in 1962. Production started in 1964. அப்போல்லாம் சர்க்கார் லைசன்ஸ் கொடுக்காட்டா பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ பிரேக்ஸுக்கு லைசன்ஸ் கொடுக்கும்போது அவங்க ஒரு சட்டம் போட்டாங்க, நீங்கள் 60% காம்பனண்ட் லோக்கலாக பண்ணணும், ஒன்லி 40% நீங்கள் இம்போர்ட் பண்ண முடியும்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதனால நம்ம இட் டுக் அஸ் 10 வருஷம் 11 வருஷம் 1964 தான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு டைம் வி earned a profit. For 10 years the company was running at a loss, and the loss was so much that the parent company of Brakes India at that time, which was TV Sundaramayangar and Sons Limited, had to give a loan, and they had to give a guarantee to the banks that they will support the company until it makes a profit. So 10 வருஷத்துக்கு நஷ்டம் தான் இருந்தது. 1964 to 1972 or 73 it made a loss. அப்போது நம்ம உற்பத்தியும் பேசஞ்சர் கார் உற்பத்தி 30,000-40,000 வருஷத்துக்கு, மாதத்துக்கு இல்லை வருஷத்துக்கு. அதே மாதிரி கமர்ஷியல் வெஹிக்கிளும் ஹீரோ அசோக் லேலண்ட் டாட்டா 2 தான் உண்டு. அப்போது பெட்ஃபோர்டு இருக்கும், ப்ரீமியர் டாஜ் இருக்கும், எல்லாம் சேர்த்து 30,000 வருஷத்துக்கு 30,000 தான் உண்டு. And API, Automotive Products of India, was already there, and they had the main business for many of the customers. So Mr. Ramanujam, our chairman now, was the first. His clock number is 001. He was the first person who joined Brakes India, and he has told me all this, and I've learned it also from my father. So unlike the other companies, Brakes India went in loss for 10 years before we started making a profit. Just to give you a background of where we came from. Coming to the present, July 2021, 2021 July மாதம் நம்ம ZF ஓட 49% shareholding, TSS FPL and Sundaram Finance Holdings bought over their 49% shareholding. So we ceased becoming a joint venture and we became a company which was 100% owned by the Indian shareholders. ZF was not only our partner, they were also the technology provider for all our light vehicle products, passenger car products. For commercial vehicle products, Ashok SCAM, we got the tooling from Ashok Leyland. They were making the SCAM. We got the tooling from Ashok Leyland. It was a very different type of SCAM which we started making and supplying it to them. After some time we changed the design of the SCAM. We had a lot of knowledge on how commercial vehicle SCAM brake should go. So we improved it. As the vehicle tonnage went up and the brake had to be much more robust and strong, SCAM brake நம்ம improve பண்ணி டெவலப் பண்ணோம். But passenger car braking, ZF was our partner. One concept of Brakes India, the Indian partner management, was that even though you have a technology partner who gives you the license and claims royalty, we will not forget that we have to develop our own competence on research and development, not only in terms of capability, getting people with the proper qualifications who will work to learn the product and see how they can improve it over the years. So that our R&D building was near the canteen. In 1965, we established the R&D. First it was right in the front where you have currently, I think, some laboratory or something was there. We had a dynamometer. The link dynamometer, which is still existing, was bought in 1965. It's a very small dynamometer, but it is still existing. We have upgraded the software, and engineering people were recruited from the first or second year onwards. So we did not forget, we did not ignore importance of R&D and design. At the same time, over the years, we have had a lot of partnerships with Japanese customers. We had Tokiko, which later became Hitachi. We had Nissin Kogyo. We had Advix. We had Akebono. We had licenses from all these overseas Japanese companies to get the design, because the Japanese customers here wanted the original design to be supplied. So அவங்க கிட்ட இருந்து லைசன்ஸ் வாங்கி பிரேக் வாங்கி நாங்கள் லைசன்ஸை ஃபாலோ பண்ணி அது பண்ணோம். But at the same time, we learnt what is their methods of developing, what is their methods of testing, எப்படி பண்ணணும் நம்ம அதுக்கு நம்ம விட்டு கொடுக்கறது இல்லை. ஏன்னா we need to have the own capability at some point in time. So these 2 points, our R&D department, even in the beginning, was made up of about 20-25 people. I think now it's probably a few hundred people. But we had those people not only in terms of design, but also in terms of testing and in terms of vehicle testing. Vehicle testing also was done, even in the 1960s. So these 2 points were very important for us, and they are helping us now. Because 2021 July, ZF sold their 49% shareholding, and we became 100% shareholders. But we were not left. We were able to develop our own designs in terms of drum brakes, in terms of calipers, in terms of boosters and master cylinder. All the time during the period, the people heading the engineering got access to what other brake manufacturers did. And we, for example, on the booster, Girling had a low shell compact LSC booster vechirundanga. But other brake manufacturers made a different type of booster. We learned about that also, and the different types of master cylinders and the drum brakes, both the incremental adjuster and the one-shot adjuster, all the drum brakes, caliper, opposed piston caliper, collet caliper, ellame. I think over the last 3-4 years, or even starting before, I think our MD has also put emphasis in R&D, and our engineering has responded very well to develop our own designs, ignoring, not infringing on the patent or the copyright of the partner of the ZF. So now we have developed a caliper, we have developed a drum brake, we have developed a master cylinder, and we have developed a booster which we can offer as a brakes in their design. Similarly, in the commercial vehicle system, as far as drum brakes are concerned, we had no problem. It was our own design, SCAM. But as far as calipers was concerned, we got the original design from Meritor. Meritor had a twin piston caliper and a single piston caliper. We have developed our own brakes in their design of the single piston air disc brake, the single piston air disc brake, and I think it's now undergone lot of validation and testing, and probably we are ready to offer it to customers. We have to persuade our customers to take it on. It has not yet happened, but I'm sure it will happen soon. So both the single piston and the twin piston air disc brake we have developed. So our independence, because once we have the independence, we can cater not only to the domestic market, we can also cater for export inquiries. Previously with the ZF, we were not allowed to export except with their permission. Similarly with Meritor, we are not allowed to export without their permission. Now with our own designs, we are confident that in course of time, we will launch into business for overseas customers also. So these 2 points, focus on R&D, focus on developing our capability, are very important to have, because independence can be very lonely if you don't have the capability. So that capability development has given us the strength to stand on our own feet and cater to the local customers, and in course of time offer it also to overseas customers. At the same time, we have, as I said, we have had licenses from Meritor, from ZF, from people who are not our joint venture partners, but who gave us licenses, Nishin Kogyo, Advix. We have maintained an excellent relationship with them. Even now, we have a good relationship at the operational level with ZF. We have a very good relationship with Meritor. And we have a relationship, of course, the Japanese brake market has also undergone changes. Some, like Nishin Kogyo, no longer exist. They've all merged into one another. But Meritor, ZF, we have continued to maintain good relationship, and it's a mature, smooth relationship. We still have got the order from ZF to supply drum-in head brakes to Dana in the US through ZF. We supply to ZF and they buy it from us, pay us, and they supply it to Dana. So the relationship continuing is very important also, because you never know for the future what holds the future. So that relationship, maintaining the relationship was also very important. At the same time, it's not as if we think we can do everything. We recognize that there are areas where we don't have the competence, especially in electronics, when we have the e-boost, the e-booster and the ESC systems, the e-booster and the ESC system, we recognize that we may need some more learning to be able to do it. So we have gone into a joint venture with Advix, and we have established a new joint venture company which is going to come up in Hosur on the manufacturing side. Engineering will be in Chennai. So this is to cater to Toyota to start with, and maybe a few other Japanese customers. But we have stated in the agreement that we must also be capable of developing our own e-booster. So we have specifically told Advix that we will take the license from you, we will pay you royalty, but we will also in parallel develop without infringing on your patents. Once we understand, we will develop it. So the concept of being self-sufficient in a period of time continues to be there. I think when MD took over in 2022, he introduced, in 2021 we introduced the units, light vehicle business unit, heavy vehicle business unit, FAMBU, which is the friction and aftermarket business unit, and also the Foundry, of course, was always separate. So these units, I would like to congratulate and compliment the leaders of all the three business units, Mr. Vasu, Mr. Sridharan and Mr. Sujit Nayak, so for the way they have handled it. The teamwork has been excellent, and also the response to the customer has been much better. Agility and being quick in responding has been a major factor of improvement, and it is shown by the fact that in this year ending March 2025, which is really a very dull year for automotive, passenger car production has gone up by only 5 or 6%. Commercial vehicle production has actually dropped by about 7 to 8%. We have still maintained our profits, and we have still maintained our rate of profit, and by cost reduction, we subscribe to TQM and TPM, and those factors are now part of our genes. We understand TQM, we understand TPM, and Kaizen improvement. Never give up Kaizen. Kaizen is always there. Whatever you do, your knowledge grows. Every year your knowledge grows. So there is always scope for continuous improvement and Kaizen, because our customers will become more and more demanding, and unless we do the Kaizens and improvement, we will fall by the wayside. My compliments also to Mr. Srinivasan and the union office bearers and the other members of the union committee, that the spirit of cooperation, they understand that if the company grows, they will also grow. I think that's the fundamental concept which we have been talking all the time, and I would thank Mr. Srinivasan for the attitude he has taken and I'm sure we will continue to grow, and it is there in not only Padi, but Schollinger, Jagadia, Naidupeta, all other places, it is growing well. So a good relationship with the workmen, a good relationship between all the people in the company is very essential. Coming into the business units, I'll touch on a few points. HVBU, the big thing has been the air actuation business. This is something we started sometime after the ZF exit, when they bought over WABCO. In effect, they became our competitor on the air actuation. So we developed initially for the aftermarket, and now we have got OE business on our own designs, which are distinct from the WABCO design. So both Volvo Eicher and Ashok Leyland, we have got OE business. For some element, they don't buy the full system, they buy individual components of the air actuation. So we have got business from Ashok Leyland and VECV, and also Daimler Chrysler. And we are hopeful of getting business also from the other customers. We have also got our first business for our own Brakes India air disc brake, independent of the Meritor design, to supply to Dana. And it has also got a brake chamber and a spring brake actuator. So even on the commercial vehicle side, air disc brakes, we have developed our own concepts. I think MD has decided that we will have a separate strategic business unit for tractor and off-highway vehicles, so that we give focused attention to the growth of the tractor and off-highway business. And our own Brakes India air disc brake assembly line has been commissioned in Schollinger. This is the Brakes India design. We previously had an assembly line for the Meritor design. Now that we are introducing Brakes India air disc brake, we have commissioned a separate assembly line for the air disc brake assembly. I think our MSC has also taken a lot of pride in introducing a robotic for camshaft and torque plates for one cell each. We introduced a complete robotic for handling, loading and unloading has become automated, because the camshaft weighs maybe about 5-6 kg and the torque plate weighs about 12 to 13 kg. So every time lifting the torque plate, loading it in the machine, doing it, that fatigue is removed ultimately, completely. So we are hopeful that it will increase the output and the productivity of the cells. Coming to light vehicle business unit, they have won business from Kia and hopefully into Hyundai in course of time. Most importantly, we have developed our own motor on drum brake, which even ZF did not have. So motor on drum brake is something which has tremendous potential. A lot of customers in India have already expressed interest and placed orders on us, but I think we are getting a lot of inquiries also from overseas. So we need to see how we gear up and cope with it. We also developed our own electronic parking brake, where the actuator is with the same supplier, Johnson Electric, but to a different design. So we are working on developing also the modern products, EPB and motor on drum brake, and these will be very valuable products in the future as we go forward. Coming to aftermarket, I would first of all compliment Sujit Naik and his team for showing substantial growth in a year which was very tough year. They have grown at more than 10%. And power steering fluid, we don't make power steerings, but we know how to make power steering fluid. And our power steering fluid has really taken off very well. As you know, our brake fluid .4 and our coolant are doing well. Now the power steering fluid has grown so much, it has become the number 2 brand in the country. We are also expanding our authorized service centers and established a good reputation for the BI products. We recognize the importance of the mechanics and try to see that the mechanics favor the brakes in their products. So aftermarket has also grown, and this aftermarket growth is in spite of the fact that the warranty given by customers for the OE products are much longer, and we do make sure that the products last longer. So the question of wheel cylinder kits and master cylinder kits is hardly there now. It's only replacement of assemblies, and apart from that, the quality of the requirement of the customer also is for a much higher quality product, which we are meeting. But so the aftermarket growth is in spite of the longer durability of the products, so which is interesting. A last comment on the Foundry. The Foundry has also gone about, they have hired a consultant called Asterlan, and they have helped them in terms of pouring, speed of the pouring and the diesel line going faster. So the capacity of each of the diesel lines has gone up. Second, they have also looked at improving the yield. The yield on the casting helps you to reduce the cost of the product. Though the foundry is making good profits, they cannot take it for granted, and they have made substantial improvement both on capacity and in terms of quality by working with Asterland. Now the contract with Asterland has come to an end, but I'm sure they've learnt a lot, and this will, going forward, they will work their own way on how to improve the products. So my comment is, a lot of hard work has gone in over the last 3 years in keeping our status, in helping us to grow and improve. So I think we have, future is tough. Future will be, competition will be tough, because almost all our customers are multinationals, except for Tata and Mahindra on passenger vehicles and Tata and Ashok Leyland on the commercial vehicles. Everybody is a foreign player. So there will be competition, there will be tough, it's a tough business and safety critical. You saw the video, so we have to live up to what we say in the advertisements. So we will not compromise on quality, and we will do our best. Thank you for listening.